You look fantastic, buddy. Welcome back to the show.
I bought a fancy suit for you.
You look great. Thank you so much for dressing up.
And congratulations, Questlove.
Ah, there you go. Questlove, great.
I mean, it's so nice when somebody wins the first time out.
Anyway, John, let's get to your...
I mean, some of us really try hard for 37 years.
But the first time out...
Some people, they nail it. They nail it.
Nail it, you know, it's good for them.
Too many boners in my movies. I don't know. I gotta eliminate these boners.
I want to talk to you about Sicker in the Head.
Yes.
Sick in the Head, the first book you did, New York Times bestseller. I loved it so much, I told you that. I kept it on my side table in my bed for like a year and a half because I didn't want it to end. All your interviews are so interesting with these great comedic minds. I'm like, I don't want this book to have an ending.
And you were in it.
And I've read my part over and over again. That's how sick I am in my own head. When did you decide you were going to do another book?
Well, I was doing it a little bit before the pandemic.
Okay.
And I was being a little lazy.
Okay.
And then the pandemic hit, and I realized that everybody was home.
So they have no excuse.
They had no excuse.
They have to do your interview.
So I would call people. I'm like, I know you're available. And all these people I never would even ask. You know, like Letterman. Yeah, Letterman. I'm like, you got nothing to do.
Yeah, but yeah. Prove it to me.
Let's do this right now. Come on, Whoopi.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah. But also, I just needed human contact, so I just started calling
everybody.
Lin-Manuel Miranda and Nathan Fielder, and just talk to me, please.
Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen's. You know, you also have non-comedians in there. Roger Daltrey from The Who.
Exactly.
Who is actually very funny, but he's. Yeah. But what an interesting guy.
Sure.
We just are a Who fan, or what?
Yeah, and waited my entire life to nerd out on him.
You did.
Cameron Crowe is in there, because I always felt like a real connection to Cameron Crowe, because I started interviewing comedians when I was 15, and he started interviewing rock stars for like Rolling Stone when he was 15, 16 years old. But it's different because he's so much cooler than I, because I'm like going, I'm going to go drive 3 hours to Poughkeepsie to see Weird Al Yankovic, and he's on tour with Led Zeppelin.
But I see the similarities there.
It's very similar in a way.
Very similar, yeah. It's Nana Week here at the Tonight Show. We're talking about grandmas, and there's a great photo in here of your grandma.
Yes, Molly.
Look at Molly.
Grandma Molly.
Gorgeous.
So that's Toady Fields.
The great Toady Fields.
The comedian.
I love Toady Fields.
Yeah, and then my grandmother was best buddies with her, and that's me next to Toady Fields at the Westbury Music Fair.
Let me see. Wow. Nice. That's a great sweater.
Yeah.
Judd, at the Westbury Music Fair. Wow.
Yeah. And that's how I got interested in comedy. She was friends with Toady Fields. I remember I went to see her.
Toady Fields, the legend.
And she was like like a Joan Rivers type of
Phyllis Diller,
and she had diabetes, and she had her leg amputated. And then she did a comeback tour at Westbury Music Fair, and she came out and did like an hour of jokes about having one leg, and the place gave her a standing ovation.
Wow.
And I think as a little kid, I just thought like, oh my God, you can be cool in this world, no matter what the circumstances are.
Yeah, you can do it. That's what a comedian does.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor, and I don't know if it's true, but I hope it is, that you're doing a sequel to This Is 40.
Yes.
Called This Is 50.
Yes.
With
Do you want it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a feel for the room.
Yeah, I want it. I would love to do it. Is it possible? Is it real?
I mean, I'm working on it. I have one big problem, is that Paul Rudd and Leslie don't age.
They actually look great.
It's 10 years later, they look exactly the same. And I think it would annoy people, right?
They get mad. They go, that's not what 50 looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I could call it like, This Is 42. And you know what the worst part about being friends with Paul Rudd as the guy who doesn't age?
Yeah.
Is I age. So every picture with him, like I have pictures with him for the last like 20 years, and he just doesn't change, and I'm slowly falling apart.
Yeah, no, you look great. Here's you.
Here's us 10 years ago. This is 10 years ago.
It's you and Paul Rudd 10 years ago.
Okay, he looks exactly the same right now.
He looks exactly the same.
I look like his dad.
No, I have to show a picture that this is you during the...
Well, this is, I think, don't show it yet. I mean, during the pandemic, we all lost it a little bit. And so I kept growing beards and different shapes of beards because there was nothing else to do.
This is Judd Apatow, good-looking Judd Apatow. This is you during the... This is a low point. This is, wow. This is probably when you decided to write Sicker in the Head. Here's Judd Apatow right here. This is... Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
There you go. That makes sense. That makes sense. Not only do you have a big, giant book out, but you also have a funny movie called The Bubble.
Yes.
And I heard about this as you were filming because it was one of the first things to kind of go in production. But I'm like, that's a great comedy mind. You're like, people need entertainment. That's what I do. I'm going to show up and give it to them. Can you set up what The Bubble is about?
Well, you know, I was taking these long walks every day to try to not go insane and be more like that.
Yeah.
And so I kept thinking about the NBA bubble. And I thought, well, that would be like a funny movie or a play, like a lot of 7-foot guys in a small space getting angry at each other.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, maybe like actors, because you'd heard about like the Mission Impossible problems and Jurassic, and then they were shooting like White Lotus, and all these people were trying to stay in production. So I thought maybe you could do almost like a Christopher Guest type movie of a bunch of actors stuck in a hotel trying to make a flying dinosaur action movie during the pandemic, and everything goes wrong, and the studio will not let them leave until they complete the movie.
But it's not even flying. They're great CGI, by the way. It is amazing. But these are very interesting dinosaurs. That, I mean, this had to cost millions to make these.
Yeah, in the beginning I thought maybe they should look cheap, and then I thought, what if they looked exactly like Jurassic Park, except they're flying Tyrannosaurus Rexes. And I'm working with the same people who make the dinosaurs for Jurassic Park, and they love that we're doing jokes, because they never get to do jokes.
You have to be...
And by the end of it, they're just like, what if the dinosaurs' penis and testicles were flammable? And then the penis is like a fuse.
Yeah.
And they blow up.
Okay, now we got a comedy. Now we
you know
got
what I said? You know what I said? The Oscar.
Wow. Wow. He said, I'm going for comedy. I'm going for entertainment. And I'm going for entertainment. That's exactly right.
If I said no, I would have got it.
Exactly. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's the scene from The Bubble. Take a look at this.
Gavin, how are you?
Hi. Hi, how you doing?
Oh, good. I just wanted to say good luck, and we love you, and we're counting on you.
I know. I'm on it.
You are such a hero for keeping the lights on at the studio. This lockdown has been so hard on all of us.
But you're skiing.
Yeah, well, this was the only country that was open. Thank God I got my shot.
Did you? I thought they weren't available for 6 months.
Oh, they're not. Not for normal people, but I'm with rich people. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Ugh, I hate the game.
I hate the game. The one and only Judd Apatow, everybody. The Bubble is on Netflix Friday, and his book, Sicker in the Head, is a must-own. It's available now.
Hey, hey.